It's been a while. Welcome back to the bar. We've been teasing this video for quite a long time, and now we're finally doing it. We're putting we've seen all of The Great recently, a canceled Hulu show that was killed prematurely, if you ask me. It's a wonderful fictitious rendition of the reign of Catherine the Great. It's got some great political drama in it, nice Russian fantasy, and a lot of drinking. Quite a lot of drinking. We have there's basically with the what we do in the shadows video, we had to make like all of those drinks. We've had to do very little of that here, so I'm very excited to get into that. Before we proceed, though, I just feel like this is common courtesy, given the show is set in Russia and revolves with Russian historical figures. This channel's very small, has no influence whatsoever, of course. I still feel like it's important to mention that no one affiliated with the channel endorses or supports the actions of the Russian government right now. I think that's very... I feel like it's just fair to put that out there. Go watch The Great. Don't support Putin. That's the moral behind this video. Let's get into it. There's a drink that is shown off in the first episode. Yeah, huzzah. They say that in the show. That's a thing. It's a meme. There's a drink that we were introduced to in the first episode. It is like a hair of the dog morning after drink that Catherine whips up or has whipped up for Peter. He's had a bad hangover. She's like, hey, my dad mixed these up. Let's go for it. It's very similar to like a red eye, you know, from Cocktail or any sort of Bloody Mary drink like that. I'm tentatively calling this the Bloody Cathy. It's a very simplistic drink, probably not wholly original to the show, but they feature it in there, so let's go ahead and make it. The recipe we're given is vodka, tomato juice, salt, pepper, and raw eggs. She does put an S on that, so I've got 2 eggs out here. She says, shake and strain into a glass. The straining is not going to be necessary because we're just going to be dry shaking this. The final product of the drink in the show looked like it was just dry shaken, so that's typically what you do with egg drinks anyway. I would like to come out and say right now that I'm probably not going to be a big fan of this drink, so it's very lucky that we have a live studio audience today who are going to be able to finish this for me.
No, absolutely not.
You're on your own.
We have 2 ounces of vodka. We're going to go with 4 ounces of tomato juice. I will let you know I have pre-gamed this video a little, so I'm already kind of feeling it. Probably shouldn't do much driving for the foreseeable future.
Guess what I was doing.
There's our tomato juice. Little salt. We have sea salt on hand. I'm sure that that's gonna... Okay, they didn't see that. That's good. Honestly, that's probably gonna help out. That's probably gonna help this drink out. It's probably gonna go in our favor, if you ask me. Little black pepper for you. Lovely. And the piece de resistance. 2 raw eggs. See if I still got it. I sure do. Maybe. Not quite. Well, it's perfectly safe to drink eggs. It's perfectly safe. Okay, so with a dry shake...
I would hit it on the top, though.
Especially with... No, that's not going to help you out here. Because it's the cold temperature that creates the seal. The hitting it on top really just kind of, you know, gets that going. We don't have any ice in here, and there's a lot of content in our shaker. So I am just going to very gingerly break up those eggs, get them mixed up with the vodka and the salt.
That is a horrendous sound I am hearing.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I would like to state that I am a fan of prairie oysters and other morning after drinks. I do find them a little delicious, a little eye-opening from time to time. I don't have a lot of hopes for this drink. Now, the drink that we saw in the show was very dark red. This is going to be... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Okay, so there's still a good, like, 3 to 4 ounces in there.
I will not be touching that.
Okay, well, here we go. We actually worked up a little bit of a froth there. You usually don't get that with egg drinks unless you're cold shaking them, you know, for quite a while after. So it looks like something's happened here. Something that I'm sure I'm going to enjoy. Huzzah! Okay, so, well, if you like tomato juice, you will like this, okay? That's my hang up here, honestly. The frothy texture that has, you know, whipped up here as a result of those eggs, it does make you do a double take. And I am someone who drinks a lot of raw eggs, okay? I put raw eggs in a bunch of drinks. I love myself a Ramos Gin Fizz. I don't get any salt and pepper. I should say that. You saw how much salt that I ended up accidentally dumping in there. The camera saw that. There you go. There you go.
I'll
Give
try
me your
this one
tasting
on
notes.
camera.
Okay.
This never happens.
You aren't ready for what's about to happen in your mouth. There are people. No, here. Okay, so there are people out there who would enjoy that. Okay, and you might be one of them, dear viewer.
Dear
I am not.
viewer.
I am not.
You've got this.
What do you think?
Why is it like that? No,
That's
don't.
so gross.
This was a bad idea. This next drink here, we see Catherine's first love interest. A man named Leo Vronsky invents this drink on the show, of course. We see them sort of, you know, come up with a Moscow Mule, or the recipe for the Moscow Mule. They have vodka and ginger beer separately, then they bite into a lime. So the idea behind this drink is I'm going to make a Moscow Mule into a shot with equal parts vodka and ginger beer. I'm going to bite a lime at the end. The actual Moscow Mule, to go over a little cocktail history with you, was invented, I believe, sometime in the 1940s.
Sorry.
Moscow Mule famously served in a copper mug because this woman came from Russia with a bunch of copper mugs made by her father's copper plant company, and she was like, I gotta sell these. So she went to this bar, it's a hotel bar, I think, and she was like, hey, got a bunch of copper mugs, can we use this as like a sort of promotion for a drink? And they're like, well, they say Moscow on them. Mule also starts with an M, so we're gonna make a drink called a Moscow Mule, which is a little bit of vodka, shot of vodka, ginger beer, and lime juice, garnished with a lime wheel and a mint sprig. And that's how you get the Moscow Mule as we know it today. And we actually had just enough ginger beer in that bottle for that. Looking at this, 4 ounces might be a little too much for a shot, but you know, huzzah. Am I right?
What was I
Huzzah.
saying?
We don't have copper mugs on us, but they didn't have copper mugs in the show. So this is a Moscow Mule as a shot. 2 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces of ginger beer, and we're going to bite into a lime after this. Do you guys want to come on camera to take these shots?
Sure.
I'm gonna be really brave about it.
This isn't going to be bad. We like Moscow Mules. It's just the content here. Okay.
This is a lot.
C'est la vie.
Yeah, that was 2 ounces of vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh my god.
You don't taste the vodka.
Oh.
I was just ginger beer. It tasted like 4 ounces of ginger beer to me. Going down. So,
Going down, it wasn't
vodka
bad.
is very tasteless. It
Going
was a
down
lot.
It was
I
just a lot of vodka.
I probably should
up
have done
front.
an ounce and a half of each.
It's fucked.
Our next shot, which was also supposed to be a 2 ounce pour of vodka, I changed that to 1.5, is the Truffle Fucker. I'm excited about this shot. The Truffle Fucker is based on, in the show, Peter III used to go truffle hunting with his father.
Huzzah!
In the show, Peter III used to go truffle hunting with his father and his dog. Well, he thinks it's his father, and then whenever the dog dug up a truffle in the autumn, they would shout Truffle Fucker. But he learns when he's an adult that it was actually General Velmentov, who we went hunting with as a kid, and they have a little bonding moment. So truffles are fucking expensive, but what's not, pepper vodka is not expensive, which Peter's father was a fan of. We learned that in the show. And he had a bunch of pepper vodka as a child. We couldn't find a real truffle, of course, but we did find a truffle hunter kit on Amazon for some supplies, some ingredients to throw in this. We've got some white truffle oil and some black truffle sea salt that we are going to take a shot of pepper vodka with. The recipe I came up with called for about 3 drops of this stuff. I'm just kind of eyeballing. That's about equal parts. Truffle oil is supposed to be very, very potent. Get up here. We're taking our second shot of the show.
Wait.
Just like we're taking a tequila shot. Put a little black truffle sea salt on your wrist.
Okay, we'll watch you do it first.
Is it salt and then shot?
Huzzah!
It's salt.
Okay.
Oh my god. I've actually just gotten really nervous about this.
Ah.
That's delicious. No, that's pretty damn good.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah. That's a good drink that I made.
Come in now.
Dang.
Yeah, you guys take over the show. I'll be the cameraman.
Bro, I'm fucked up right now.
Bro, I'm a little bit fucked up right now. Okay.
Cheers.
Come on, yeah.
My hate for vodka was overpowered by my love for truffle.
We're gonna have a link in the description, by the way, for that Truffle Hunter kit if you want to pick it up for yourself and make this drink. We're skipping one drink for the time being because it has an ingredient that our lovely local liquor store owner ordered for us, but we can't pick it up right now because it's not in. It will be in a few hours. And we'll be there to get it, and we'll round out the video with that drink. I feel like I should also mention that we wanted to make a drink called a Rossiyskiy Old Fashioned with plum vodka, as Leo does mention that his estate is known for plum vodka.
Recipe in the description.
Recipe in the description. If you can find plums and vodka and infuse plums in that vodka, you can make that drink. We're gonna put it in the description. It's basically just, you know, an old fashioned, but instead of bourbon, we used plum infused vodka in the recipe. We found plums today, but we couldn't find plums 2 days ago when we wanted to start the infusion process. We can't make that drink today, is the unfortunate reality. What we can make for you is the Arkady, which will round out this video, and the Hugo Spritz. Hugo, King of Sweden, makes this drink and a couple others for Peter, at one point in season 3. Hugo King of Sweden, who is currently staying with the Russian monarchy because he's been overthrown, makes a little spritzy creme de menthe cocktail for Peter III. And this is sort of what we've come up with. Don't put the fucking buzzball on camera. Using the description of spritzy creme de menthe thing, we have come up with the Hugo Spritz, which I will make for you right now. We're going to start out with a sort of a subtler gin, the Citadelle de France gin. France comes up quite a lot. They actually make French 75s in the show, which is a huge anachronism. French 75s, of course, were not invented until the First World War, I think. I hope. Don't fact check me on that.
Hey, you're using our fancy gin right now.
You
I
could have
am.
totally made a French 75 for this video.
I could have totally made a French, but I mean, like, what's the fun in just making a French 75?
Drinking a French 75.
That's fair. Here, we have all the ingredients for it. I'll make you a French 75 after, okay?
Period. Huzzah!
Huzzah! 3 ounces of Citadelle de France gin.
I mean, like, if you're not wasted during a recipe trying video, what are you doing?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
We're going to do 2 ounces of champagne. I always liked how he said it in Inglourious Bastards when he's like, champagne? Would you like some? And then he shoots the guy in the fucking face. That's a pretty good scene from Inglourious Bastards. And half an ounce of creme de menthe. And this does show up to be pretty screen accurate to what he shows.
Period. You guys are gonna love the Maddie Cam footage I'm taking right now.
So as you can see, we've built our Hugo Spritz in the mixing glass, and I'm currently just giving a good swirl. Given that there is carbonation in this drink, which is usually what's called for in a Spritz, we don't want to shake this, because our shaker will fucking explode, and it will get all over my nice jacket and dress shirt. I will say, I'm a pretty ballsy individual, and I do regularly add the Coke to my Long Island iced teas when I shake them. So, you know, kind of a cool cat. You know, that's the face of this channel.
We really need to have a studio audience cam.
Oh
We
my
do.
God.
We need to get another camera for you guys. That'd be so fucking awesome. Okay.
I'm always on my Xbox.
We
as
have
well.
our Hugo
Because it's through my
Spritz,
belly.
which for now, for this recording session, this is the last drink of the session. I know. Goodbye, camera. Until we get that Campari, which we will get later tonight.
That is a very green drink.
What you see on camera is very green. Peppermint is the domineering force of this drink. You don't get a whole lot of spritz for that champagne, actually. Maybe you want to up
Add
the
a little
ratio.
bit more champagne.
Yeah, let's up the ratio by another 2 ounces of champagne and just see what the fuck happens, you know?
Period.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! This is a delightful drink. This is, oh yeah, now I'm getting the bubbles in my mouth. This is a delightful drink. This is the first one that I'm like really proud of. Actually, I was proud of Truffle Fucker. Yeah, with just a half an ounce of creme de menthe, you do get mostly peppermint flavor on that. It is nice and spritzy though. The gin, I think it was a good move to use a subtler gin. You don't want to use a London Dry with this recipe. Citadelle de France is in general a very good gin.
I mean, like,
I
if
recommend
you
picking
like,
up a bottle.
if you like peppermints, you'll like this drink.
Absolutely. It's a very Christmassy drink, I think. You know, serve this at your bar in Christmas time. Yeah.
Happy holidays,
All right.
guys.
We're going to end this recording session and eat a fuck ton of sushi, and then we'll be back later in the night to round out this video with an Arkady, which is a variation of a Negroni that I'm very excited
I'm
for.
very excited for.
We'll see you guys then.
Let's do it.
Cut! The argument could be made that we over-imbibed last night. And I think it's a little ironic because I feel currently how I imagined Peter must have felt when Catherine made that awful drink for him. And the reason I'm here now is because I so desperately wanted to lose the memory of me tasting that drink at the beginning of last night's shoot. Well, we got one more drink to make. And I'm not a big fan of Negronis, which is that's just basically what we're doing here. With one very fun twist, you see there's a character in the show that goes by the name of Count Arkady. We actually don't know if that's his first or last name. I think it's his first, because his wife has a different last name. And we learn in season 3 that he likes Negronis
Pumpkin had something to say.
with cheese curds in them. So we ordered, oh my god.
Does it smell bad?
Yeah, we ordered Russian cheese, which, you know, was a very good idea right now. And the drink that we're actually shown him drinking in the show, Jesus Christ, is clear, when Negronis are typically red. So I tried to get clear Campari. I'm just gonna start putting the cheese in the glass. I couldn't find any.
That's so gross.
I'm sure that it's not gonna taste much different without clear Campari compared to normal Campari. I could be wrong. I've heard that the clear stuff is sweeter. And, you know, I mean that'll make a big difference. But,
The consequences of vibing too hard.
we're not gonna know. If you want to make it with clear Campari at home, go right ahead. If you don't know how to make a Negroni, doing 1 ounce of gin. I've got some Boker's London Dry. It's got a nice little bowler hat on it.
The whole reason we bought it.
It's a very lovely bottle. Yes. Here. Let's get his little hat on. There you go. It's whole
Love
again.
his lovely little hat.
1 ounce of your Campari. To finish it off,
I feel very bad for you. I'm so sorry.
oh my god. Crack open your sweet vermouth, which I should state now, I guess, that I'm not much of a fan of this stuff. I'm not a martini guy, alcoholic or not. So, we've got that in our mixing glass. Grab your ice. I always add my ice after my liquor because I think that pouring it down on there, you get too much dilution.
Huzzah!
It's not a drink to huzzah to.
We have to huzzah to something.
There's not a lot of huzzahs left in me right now.
I know.
After last night.
No.
Which is the money shot sip, so. Oh.
Oh.
That really hurts.
Oh no.
This is a bad idea.
You didn't have to smell it. You didn't have
I
to do
didn't
that.
have to. People like Negronis. I'm probably not one of them. This is, by the way, the first one I've had.
Severely hungover.
Oh. It's not bad. No, it's not. I like I'm imagining that's coming from the Campari, the bitterness that sort
The
of,
throw up face was because you just are hungover.
the bitterness that sort of clings to the throat. I don't know why I'm giving you tasting notes in a Negroni. You can
'Cause
go
there's
out
cheese in
and you
it.
can get one anywhere.
Don't do it.
I feel like
Don't do
No.
it. No, don't do it.
You don't have to.
You don't have to do this.
No one's asking
No,
for it.
you're good. You're fine. You don't have
this
to
is
do
what's
this.
this is what
I
sets
will not
this
huzzah
drink
to
apart.
this.
You can
And
stop
if
yourself
it's
at any time.
if it's good enough for Arkady, I think it should be good enough for me.
Arkady was an idiot.
Mm-hmm. He sure was.
You don't have to do this.
Oh,
No.
Oh, ew.
Did you spit it out immediately that bad?
I ate some of it. I mean, it's cheese. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. And I'm not proud of my actions and do not try to repeat them.
Don't take another sip. Don't stop looking at it.
Yeah, I don't need to. That's the video. We're done.